anybody or anything, but we're surprising the staff. I think actually we've announced it, so it's not a surprise anymore. But we're bringing in a guest speaker for all of our associates. And he's actually going to do 2 sessions with our managers. We're going to break all of our managers into 2 groups, and he's going to do 2 sessions with them. And then in the afternoon, he's going to meet with all of our associates, and he'll do a session with our associates. But he, in my mind, is the greatest icon of our industry. His name is Horst Schulze.
Oh, Ritz-Carlton.
Ritz-Carlton, the founder of Ritz-Carlton. He's the one that built that company. Then he founded Capella Hotels. So he is coming in, and we have worked out a deal with him. And so we're excited to have him come in and talk to our team about service and leadership. So anyway, so that's what's been going on in our world. Best year ever in the history of the hotel. Great year. We broke records in revenues, profits, parking revenues. The lobby bar had a great year. Highest RevPAR index. We compare ourselves to a hotel in Memphis. I don't know if you guys have reached this level yet, but we ran almost a 200% RevPAR index against our group in STR that we have in the list, in the grouping for the city of Memphis. And then we have a national group that we compare ourselves against, and we ran 176% RevPAR index against them. So we had a great year. I made the mistake of telling Kevin Kane about a week ago that we did so well without the convention center, maybe we don't need to spend $200 million on it. And he about jumped over the table to kill me. And I said, I shouldn't have mentioned that to the mayor. And he laughed, but I didn't mention it to the mayor. And we do need the convention center. So anyway, that's me. That's my story. And why don't we see what kind of questions you came up with? Huh? Oh, I think that'll be more than enough because I only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you only need to come up with 8.
Okay.
So we need them to be 8 difficult ones.
Okay.
And in this brunching, or this grouping here, I've got brunch for 2, Sunday brunch, I've got dinner for 2 and caprichos. I have dinner for 2 and Chez Folie. So all you have to do is answer the question correctly, and I'll let you pick one of these. And what you have to do is you can't blurt out the answer, you have to raise your hand. And this gentleman here is going to look to see who raises their hand first. So take it away. What's the first question?
Well, let's see, before you proceed, I should let everybody know that I'm open to
Bribery? They already know that. I'll tell you a funny story. Would you like to hear a funny story about him?
Yes.
Sure. So back when he worked for the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we used to travel from time to time together and go on different trips. Let me just say, you never want to go to dinner or lunch with Bubba. At least don't sit at the same table with him, because he's going to eat part of your meal. And I'm okay with sharing my meal, but when I get to my dessert, I don't share my dessert. You can have my appetizer, entree. So we're in San Diego. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but we're sitting at this restaurant, and there was probably 4 or 5 of us. I think Kevin Kane, John Oros, and blah, blah. I can't remember who else. Maybe Craig Smith.
maybe.
We were all sitting here, and we'd ordered, and you know, I'm not a huge eater, but I like to eat, and so, but I always leave some food, you know, and he would conveniently clean everybody's plate, you know, the appetizers, and then the entrees come, and everybody left something, and he conveniently, you know, cleared them, and the waitress comes to the table, and she's standing right next to him, and she says, "Can I convince you guys to have dessert?" And he's looking at the menu, and he says, absolutely. And she says, what would you gentlemen like? He says, one of everything, thank you. And so we ordered one of everything. Do you think he was ready to share any of that? He said, I placed my order. What are you guys gonna order? Okay, it wasn't quite that way, but.
Yeah, I only ate 2 of the 6.
2 of the 6. I also heard a story, I wasn't on the flight, but you were on a flight with, is it Kevin?
Kevin and John.
Kevin and John, and you ate Kevin's dinner and then ordered a third one or something, I can't remember.
Well, we were at Manny's in Minneapolis, where the piece of meat is $50. And of course, this is 20 years ago. And I only ate half of my steak, and I wasn't sending the other half back to the kitchen. So I told him to put it in a go box. And there was an 11, this is back in the old Northwest days, when there was an 11 p.m. nonstop from Minneapolis to Memphis, and we were on that flight. So we went from Manny's to the airport, and I'm carrying my go box with the steak in it, and walked right on the plane and put the steak in the put the go box in the overhead compartment, along with my carry-on, and I guess well, I won't say it smelled, because if you say it smelled, it sounds bad. But there was a nice aroma.
Steak
Aroma. $50 piece of meat. And they still don't let me, needless to say, they don't let me forget that. But it was great the next night for dinner.
As you can tell, he's never missed a meal.
Yeah, that's true.
So give us your first question. Now you gotta say it loud because they're gonna raise their hand fast, so.
Why don't they speak Spanish in the Cayman Islands?
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
shoot.
Far left. Memphis
Because,
t-shirt.
because it is a British island and it's mostly Scottish people.
It's a British island, yes. But I'm not gonna give you one of these. You just call me and I'll take care of you.
Thank you, Dad.
She may have worked with us.
Who's the best cocktail waitress ever?
So she says. How much did you make a night?
Oh, I did well.
They made a lot of money.
Make sure you give
I did well.
make sure you give an employment pitch before you leave today too.
Oh, you know I will.
All right.
Go ahead, throw out another question.
Which company are most of the Rock Resorts hotels owned by now?
Oh, I think she raised her.
Yeah, you're right.
Didn't you say Rose Resort?
Rosewood.
Rose.
Yeah, you were close enough. Choose one. What'd you get?
Ratio grilled dinner for 2.
You got it. What's the next one?
You know it.
What does ABITA stand for?
Oh, dang it.
What was the question?
What does ABITA stand for?
Never mind. Take it
It
back.
stands for earnings before interest and taxes.
Oh, EBITDA.
Oh, EBITDA, yeah.
Good.
I said it
Earnings
wrong
what?
too, sorry.
Earnings before interest and taxes.
Very good. I think it was a close one here. What'd you get? There you go, Capriccio Grill. What's the next question?
Make sure you order dessert.
Why did Mr. Browne's region of Mexico get downsized into fewer hotels?
Black.
Yeah, and it actually got upsized.
Upsized.
Yeah.
So after 9/11, there was less guests, and so they increased you went from a manager of 14 hotels to 30, and you went to Mexico City. For
Right.
that reason?
That-
Because there was less travelers, because the United States people were not traveling anymore because they were
You got it. You were listening. We're getting for two where? Capriccio Grill. Very good.
Where is Roanoke?
Oh, jeez.
I think it was her, but I don't know. I was in,
With the gray sweater?
yeah, I think.
I'm
I'm
not
sorry,
sure.
but I wasn't looking back.
It's in Texas.
Yes. Where?
Dallas, like near
North Dallas. Here, let me stand this way so I can see everybody.
I'm gonna have to get a buzzer system or
I
something.
know, yeah, we're gonna have to get computerized.
When you come in here.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Sunday brunch for two.
You got it.
How much did the mayor charge for the plot of land in Roanoke?
I think it was it?
Yeah, it was a maroon coat.
Yep,
Was it $1? Well, $1 for 99 years.
right, $1 a year. Did I pay for it?
You pay, I think,
Yeah. What's that?
Sunday brunch for two.
You got it.
How many hotels has Mr. Browne opened?
I think Colin.
Yep.
10.
What'd you get?
Sunday brunch for 2.
You got it.
And then how many years has Mr. Browne been at the Peabody Memphis?
Green coat
Oh.
back.
17.
You got the next one. 17? No, it's actually, no, that's not right. Oh, you almost had me.
How many years have you been in Memphis?
Oh, I thought you said how many hotels had I opened, right?
That was the first one, that was 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. and
I'm
then-
sorry.
You've been here longer than you think.
Sorry.